Good day, my dear people. So we were in continuation of our CSS. So this is the first lesson after the introduction of CSS. So we want to do the CSS properties. So we want to do something on the CSS selectors, CSS comments, CSS borders. So we want to do like 5 CSS topics. So but for now we want to start with CSS selectors. So under CSS selectors we have something we call elements selector, ID selector, class selector, we have universal selector, and then we have grouping selector. So these selectors have their own work. For the element selector, so we have element of HTML. So these are used in this element selector. So if you want to know the element, for example, the element of selector, we have like heading 1 to 6, like form, like pre, then may, we have the list tag, we have the mark tag, we have the instruction, we have label, we have link, we have image tag, we have HTML tag, we have head, we have header, we have footer, we have body, we have font, we have embed, we have table, we have all those things, we have table held, and so on and so forth. So and then on this, so these are the elements. And then when we have the element selector, so the tag we can use is like for the paragraph. Now if it is paragraph 1 to style, so we use P. So for the element selector, this is the format for element selector. You see element selector, in front of it we have P and the curve bracket. So inside it is the style we want that paragraph to reflect. So then we have the ID selector. So you can use any name after the hash. So you use any name, you can use any name you like. So the name that you use, and then you write the style, or the style you want inside the curve bracket. So and then we have the class selector. Then this one is dot, and then you can use any name you like. So then you now style it inside the curve bracket. You have the universal selector. This asterisk, so before the curve bracket, represent universal selector. That means any style that is inside this curve bracket is going to affect all the elements in that HTML. Then we have the group selector. This is main. So all these elements that we see, H1, H2, P for paragraph, any style that is inside the curve bracket here. So when this is applied to it, it is going to affect the heading 1 and heading 2 and paragraph. So that is what will happen. Now let's take it one after the other. So now we have the element selector. So for the paragraph, let's say I have this is it now, this element. Let's say I have this. Let me start from the element selector. Let's say I have the P here. You have P. Let's say I have P. So the P represent paragraph. So the P represent paragraph. So that means this is going to affect all the paragraph. All the paragraph. So let's check it. It is going to affect all the paragraph. You can see all the it affects all the paragraph. Now if I want to use the ID, so I will use, I told you it is hash, so I can use Mohasha. So if I use Mohasha inside this heading, now let's say I want to start the first heading here, I will say H1 ID. So H1 ID, it will be what? So Mohasha. So Mohasha, if you click on it, this will affect only heading 1. Heading 1, you can see now. So and then if I want to use class, so I will use dots. So and then here I will change it to class. I change it to class. So I will change it to class. It will affect it, so you can see the same thing here. So and then if it is general, I cancel this, and then I will put asterisk. I will put it there. When I put it there, so it is instructing the system that it is general style. So then you check it, you see that everything will turn red. You can see now. So and then if it is a group one, so you can see we have H1, comma H3, comma then P. So that means H1, H3, heading 1 and heading 3, heading 1, heading 3 and paragraphs are those that this style is going to affect. Let's check it. You see now. So that is it. So that's it for the element selector. That's for the element selector. Next is the